Welcome back for the last time where we will be exploring the boundaries of time and space with me and James Burke. You'll probably have noticed that the parts have been getting a bit shorter as they went on. I think that parts 1 and 2, they had a lot of locations, they were quite involved. Part 3 and 4 started to fall apart a bit, they got very linear. I think from memory this part is just a straight line of puzzles through a pyramid. It's the adventure game equivalent of Contra or R-Type or something, where you're just scrolling along, but we'll see if I'm wrong. Alright, so it looks like we're starting with you.
Hello. Won't you join me for a cup of tea? Let's have some fun with this, what do you say? I'm very fond of match puzzles, and I've got a great one for you. You solve it, and I'll give you your cup of tea. Okay. Remove 3 matches to leave just 3 of the same size squares.
Oh, do you know what? It's been so long, but I do remember exactly how to do this. You remove that one, and that one, and that one, and that's it. Sorry, don't put it back. There we go.
Oh, that was too easy. Hey, I've got another one. Oh, you're right. A deal's a deal. Here's your cup of tea.
Alright, they could have got someone who actually had a British voice to do this. What is it, James?
Teacups like this one and other porcelain things from China were tremendously popular with the Dutch in the 17th century. Imitation Chinese porcelain from Holland is the clue here for a connection to an English teacup maker called Wedgwood.
Alright, she's stocked off, so, where do I go now? That's a generator? Okay, there's... Oh. Alright, I'm going to assume that I need to put some petrol in that thing. Oh, am I going to need to use a siphon? What can I use as a siphon? What's in here? There's a phone. Oh, that's... Oh, ah! Ah! Sorry, that's... Ugh. I can't believe we used to put up with that. Put it there and put it there. God, I hate the past. I may have touched on this before, but I know that I was alive before the internet existed as we know it today, but I just can't imagine how the world worked without it. Okay, so I've got a code book. I've got a drawer of... that's a hose, that's what I need. Let's solve this one and go one problem at a time.
Not yet.
Not yet. Look at it. It's all right. Maybe this end?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Let's see. Oh. That pole. Was that an object? No, it wasn't. Sorry. All right. Nothing much for me out here. Let's go towards the Sphinx, actually.
Do you know the password?
I know enough to tell you're not from around here. What's the password? I cannot imagine what the password would be. This is presumably what I need the modem for.
Do you know the password?
I think we've just proved that I don't. Alright, so let's head back here then. Oh, do I have to... I have to use it when I'm not zoomed into either of them! Fantastic puzzle design. Okay, so now let's start this. Alright, so I hope she's not planning on leaving in the next few months. Alright, that's given me a sheet. And I can use it? Oh, the password is just with the correct CQC SNX. Okay, I'll cut that bit out. So the keyword is connections. So I can't... Oh, I have to wrap it around the pole. Hero is the password. I'm not actually sure... I don't think this is the code that it says it is. I just have to wrap it around the pole. Okay, never mind. Forget it.
You may pass.
Thank you. Alright, and...
Hi, honey. How was school? Would you like some nice hot pie? I'm just mixing the ingredients now. Want to give me a hand?
Well...
The recipe
Oh,
calls
no!
for exactly 4/5 of a cup. Now this measure holds 1 cup, and this measure holds 3/5 of a cup.
Oh god, alright, so if you've seen Die Hard 3, we're gonna do that. That puzzle wasn't invented for Die Hard 3, was it? It must have existed before then. I'm sure that Socrates was doing that to his students. But that's where I always think of it as from now. There was an alternative ending to Die Hard 3 I read about that I thought was actually a lot better than the real ending, where the weight bomb that this was for, it didn't get used on the dam. It somehow found its way into Jeremy Irons' helicopter at the very end of the film, where he's with all his henchmen and he opens it and it says, "Hello, I'm going to explode soon," and he said, "Oh, has anyone got a 4-gallon jug?" And that's the end. I think that would have been good.
Good, dear. Why don't you set the oven at 350 while I finish rolling out the crust?
Alright, is that going to be a huge puzzle into itself as well? 350. Oh, look at that. Oh, no, that there. Oh, for God's sake! How about... will that do? I don't know. Do I have a guide to hieroglyphics? What's in the fridge? Okay, that'll do. Anything? No, nothing in the freezer part. Oh!
Not so fast, young lady. You're not getting out of here without trying some of my pie. And that's an order.
Sigmund Freud's going to have a bit of time to work on this, frankly. Oh, the thermometer. I can't... Whoa! That's a weird noise for a fish to make. Okay. Oh, so do I need to feed them the meat?
Those were supposed to be guppies. There's something fishy going on here. And that thermometer gives me a clue. By the second law of thermodynamics, if you put hot gas next to cold gas, the two will mix up chaotically and end up at the same temperature. Now, one day, a guy called Maxwell imagined an entity, call him Maxwell's demon, sitting between the two gases, taking only the coldest molecules of gas from the hot side and putting them on the cold side, and vice versa. So the hot gas got hotter and the cold gas colder. More order, but breaking the law of thermodynamics. Well, if your antagonist is Maxwell's demon, and he's supposed to create order, he's obviously gone crazy.
I have no idea where this is going. Okay, but I do have a thermometer at least, so I can decipher the oven. Okay, let's put that in there. And what's that say? 375-ish? So let's turn that... no, let's turn that down a bit, okay. Did she say 350? I've forgotten what I'm meant to be doing.
Good dear.
There we go. Good dear? That's a weird thing to say, isn't it? Never heard that.
And here it is.
Of course it's a
my
pie.
Nice hot pie.
Okay, let's leave this place very quickly. Alright, what have you got next for me? Oh, hello.
These darn coded doors. I'm gonna be late for work, and I've forgotten the code, and you know what that means. I can't remember the last two glyphs. I know they're on this wall somewhere.
Am I gonna... Okay, fortunately I do know this puzzle, but... Oh god, am I gonna have to look around the whole wall? Alright, I love just the idea that it's so hard to get to work in a pyramid that's full of conundrums and riddles at every room. You might be out of luck here, because I don't see a way to actually interact with the wall. Maybe here? No? Nothing? Nothing?
These darn coded doors. You're trying to get back at me for not letting you by.
Alright, so I think I do just need to... It's not going to put the hand icon on anything. I just need to search this entire wall for the figure, you know, as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're just reflected down the middle. Unusually, not consistently, because that one, the non-reflected one's on the left, then the right, then the right again, then the left, then the right. So we're looking for... let me peer very hard at this screen. I don't... None of them jump out to me. Ah! There's one. But that's the 3. There's the 4. There's the 5. So if all those numbers are on this wall, is there 6 here? It would look like a sort of pair of cherries, if it's working how I imagine it is. Where is it? Oh right, there's the 7. There's the 7. Where's the 6? Okay, there it is. Oh, he's going to chip that into the wall in front of us. This is a hell of a commute.
That's one. Just one more.
Oh, okay, there we go. That's a great costume they just got from someone's daughter's dressing up box. There we go.
Hallelujah! Hey,
Oh,
thanks for the help.
That's not going to be invented for a while. Alright. And the next stage of our incredible journey... Oh, what's this? By all means, take your time. I've got nothing better to do. How did you spend your Labor Day weekend? I installed Windows 95 so I could play this. At last, okay. So there's a boat, and not really a whole lot else, if I'm being honest. I can go back, but I don't think that would help. Is there anything I can click on? There we go. A mirror, a sink. Whoops! Well, there it goes. Got the boat. And I think, is that all I need? Is there anything stopping me? Whoa, hello.
Pharaoh forgot his warship and wishes for you to fetch it for him.
Fortune, well, that wasn't much of a puzzle, was it? Unless you've somehow gone through life without seeing a bath before, it's not much of a conundrum. Okay. Now this... Ah, the vase, that's our last connect. You see, I've done all that in about 10 minutes.
Some of the best vases in 17th century England were made by Josiah Wedgwood, who got his start repairing imitation Chinese porcelain known as Delftware. Delftware connects back to the teacup, and Wedgwood's interest in Egyptian designs connects to the hieroglyph. So, hieroglyph links to thermometer, to mathematical symbol, to code, to ship, to cellular telephone, radio static, strange noises from outer space, and the Big Bang, the secret of the universe.
You've...
Not bad for Zen Buddhist tea drinkers and Florentine numbers freaks, eh? Which leaves only one question. What is the sound of one hand clapping?
You went a bit beyond where we were in the chain there, James. Yeah, this is above the pay grade of what I'm being asked to do in this adventure. What is that? That's a mirror. Okay. So yeah, we've just completed the chain with virtually no effort at all. Where? So there must be a shafted light there. Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet. We had to get that in again just before we finished. There we go. So that reflects to there, and this has to go there. And nothing's really changed. Must be missing something else. Ah! Whoa! Sorry. I'll have that though. I hope that wasn't too expensive. Am I supposed to burn it? Where's that? Okay, somewhere underneath, the doors were hauled open by a clever system of levers and pulleys. And this is the centre of the pyramid, and I think we may have just completed the game. Listen to that. Okay, here we go.
Welcome, wanderer. You've done the impossible. As the web has eroded into chaos, you've restored it at every turn. Congratulations. It's such a pity that you've come so far, only to fail now.
Not so fast, Chaos. We're not through with you yet. Here, take this. I've always wanted to do this. Well done. The web is restored. People's appreciation and understanding of the interconnectedness of history and invention and ideas is safe now. Thanks to you. Oh, and here's a little souvenir for you. Take care.
I've gone insane. That can't be good. All right. I think they've left me with a bit more explaining to do than usual, because those seemed quite unconnected and rushed, but tea represents the Buddhist tea ceremony, which is a precise set of actions and thoughts that last for 4 hours. Again, the draw of the Far East had led to porcelain becoming this very exotic, sought-after thing in the Netherlands specifically. That was the first in a string of fashions that aristocracy got into, moving on to neoclassical Roman and Greek styles, and then eventually to Egypt and hieroglyphics. And I also want to point out here that James Burke described it in the programme as the the next rave from the grave. The mathematician Joseph Fourier had accompanied Napoleon as a scientific advisor on a visit to Egypt, and that inspired him to study how heat worked, eventually inspiring Kelvin to develop his scale, and worked on things that were hugely important to mathematics as we know it today. Study of mathematics at that time was heavily linked to codes and ciphers, which then had military uses, for example in the American Civil War, where particularly the North were fed on the grain produced by immigrant farmers, and it was eventually exported to Europe via huge grain-carrying ships. When the war ended, part of the new technology around shipping that people invested in was the radio telephone, so their rich passengers could stay in touch with their financial advisors. Going a bit beyond the chain, the hiss of the interference on these phones was discovered to line up with the pattern of stars going across the sky, which started the whole science of radio astronomy, eventually led to scientists discovering the Kelvin temperature of the cosmos and the secret of life, the universe, and everything. Okay, therefore, everything is solved, the web is restored, and every action that we take pulls a string on a multidimensional loom that weaves the fabric of the celestial firmament. And that is the end. Thanks everyone in the credits, by the way. Made with Macromedia. That's responsible for all of this and so many other CD-ROM flip page games. So here we are back at the desktop, having been unceremoniously kicked out. Thank you, Windows Update. So until next time, when I destroy my body and mind with another Doomwad, it's time to say goodbye. But I've got a ton of Connections episodes now to watch, because when it was on, it was only available in the UK through expensive satellite television. So I'm going to catch up on that now, proving that there is order in the universe after all.